Alright guys, so today we're going to be embodying everything that makes up the essence of the hunter in Destiny. We're going to be taking everything that the hunter should be by default and force ourselves to use the absolute most top tier weapons in the game. We'll be using Rat Kings, compound bows, and swords straight from anime itself, and putting it into one big hunter power fantasy build. So starting off, to fully embody the hunter, we're using the Rat King, and the reason why is because we're going to take complete advantage of its invisibility perk. And we're going to pair it with the top tree Night Stalker and the Graviton Forfeit. The Graviton Forfeit's intrinsic perk pretty much just doubles the duration of all invisibility effects from all sources, including the invisibility you get from the Rat King. Also, we're using our max Paragon mods to have our dodge back like every 8 seconds or so we can keep spamming the double duration invisibility with the combination of bow and some swords. So if all of this doesn't sound fun to you, good luck with your one-hit shoulder charges, your Titan skating, your healing rifts, and all around better classes experience, because this is the only thing hunters have going for them. Seriously. But to be honest, using these all together has been pretty fun. You can start an engagement going invisible, then you could pick up a kill with the Rat King and go invisible off of that reload, and by the time you get a second kill, you can chain another invisibility to keep that thing going with your momentum. Or you could just sit around the outside of the map, whatever map you're playing, and repeatedly go invisible with a bow and pick off people from far away and use your Rat King to get out of a situation if somebody has the audacity to push you. Whatever playstyle floats your boat, you can use this setup however you want. The only real problem I ran into using it was the registration using bows and the registration with sidearms. Personally, I don't understand why sidearms are so goddamn inaccurate. Outside of the range of like 10 feet, they just still hit whatever you're shooting at, but they do very little damage. There are so many situations where I probably could have gotten out of a fight or gotten a kill with even the slightest bit of damage, but Bungie decides to say otherwise and gives me a big fuck you to the face. I was thinking of pairing this setup with Way of 1,000 Cuts on the Gunslinger, but I think that would have been too easy, and it really wouldn't bring out the full potential of what the hunter is actually supposed to be. You know, the most underwhelming class in the game. I brought it upon myself to not one-hit things with my Shadow Shot, and to use a subclass to exploit the invisibility once again because that's all it has going for it. The more and more times that I use the Rat King, the more potential I see that it has. I don't know why, but I think this weapon is my favorite in the game at the moment. I just wish sidearms had better hit registration. Maybe I just need to get better at the game, I don't know. But the invisibility on a kill is huge without playing a second enemy. You can also disengage using it, which is also another benefit. But again, the only thing holding it down is the hit detection at range. It feels like aiming down sights puts you at a disadvantage compared to hip fire, which has more accuracy for some reason. I don't know, the same could be said for bows, I guess. Hip firing a bow feels so smooth and so crisp. And I even put an Icarus mod on the subtle calamity, and it made a world of difference. I was able to use both my sidearm and the bow with my vertical space, and it helped deal with multiple enemies in a gunfight, either getting away or taking them both out. You can land a hit with your bow and get like 105 damage, then quickly switch to your sidearm and clean up the kill, and use that invisibility to roam around the map and just jump people off of it. I haven't really used much of the sword in my 5 games of gameplay, because heavy ammo is impossible to get nowadays, and even managing to get it with a sword, you can just be shut down in an instant. The 2-hit melees, the shoulder charges, the shotguns, anything can literally delete you immediately. But with what I got, with the gameplay, it was pretty good. I managed to bait a few people and go invisible, and come out of nowhere with my sword and just cut them. I wish swords were better in general. Even the buff that they gave them still doesn't warrant using them literally over any other power weapon in the game. I guess Bungie's afraid to make swords good because, you know, Razelighter and Dark Drinker were actually viable weapons. But who knows. This whole setup isn't really to be taken serious, this was all just for fun. When I was making this, I was thinking to myself how I could purely become a hunter and embrace how shit the class really is, and I think I did just that by putting this all together. If you like sidearms, if you like bows and swords, you should give this a try. I had fun using it, and it changes up the pace of Crucible if you're tired of aping. But anyways, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate all the recent support. 100 subs is crazy for me, especially in such a short period of time. I hope we continue to grow, and I enjoy interacting with you guys in the comments. Sometimes doing YouTube like this feels like I'm talking to a brick wall, so thank you for that. If you enjoyed, consider dropping a like on the video or maybe even a sub to the channel. And if you haven't already, check out the other videos on the channel. I have builds and other setups and some guides if you're interested in all that stuff. And I hope to see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.